I like to be educated. Hey. What's up, baby? I don't see my thing on here. Hey, thank you all for tuning in with Slim J. Just my opinion. Here's me. Oh my God. Look, this, this heat is getting so bad. If you work outside, ah, it's crucial. It is so crucial. Like my nose is stopped up right now. My sinus is acting a fool. So I hope y'all can hear me. And of course, I got these down braces on my freaking teeth. Mm, but hey, I'm gonna let you go get your snacks and whatever you do to tune in with this Slim J. My opinion. Here's me. It is definitely deadly, deadly, deadly. Y'all better get that water and these good drinks out here. Everybody's trying to sell y'all something anyways. Everybody's trying to sell y'all like these drinks, hydrated drinks. Make sure y'all get the education on the drinks as far as the thirds of as the I can't even think of the name right now. To hydrate yourself because it's gonna get hot and it get hot every freaking summer. I mean it's crucial. If you work outside like me, kids, hell. I hope everybody had a good day at work, whether you work inside or outside. And if you did work outside, make sure you notice and understand your body. Because see, we sometimes get out there and think like we okay, and really we not. I mean, a couple years ago, I wasn't familiar with my body to know that I had got overheated and dehydrated. Okay, it is crucial, y'all. I end up in the hospital for 24 hours to get dehydrated and to get my neutrals back. I thought I had it going on, but I didn't. I had been working at my job for some years, and I thought, okay, I got it going on. But at that time, I was able to go in and out the air condition. Well, when I moved to another position, I was not able to go in out of the air condition. So make sure you all pay attention to your body. If your body feel nauseated, exhausted, or you feel dizzy, or you feel like you're not there, just go get some air and drink a lot of water and a lot of, like, I don't want to say Gatorade. I just want to say just drink some products that can neutralize your body, electrolyte or whatever. I can't do a lot of electrolyte because I'm already hyper, and it just send me into coloops. I'll be like, oh no, this is just too much. I don't know how crackheads feel, but I feel like I'd be like zoom, zoom, zoom. So I can't do that. It makes my head hurts and everything. So make sure that you get a product that works with your body and that you drink a lot of water, you know, back into that tune. Don't overwork yourself because guess what? If you overwork yourself and you fall out or pass out at work or anything else happens to you, like seriously happen to you, and you have to be hospitalized, well, guess what? Your ass is gonna get replaced ASAP. Okay? So don't overdo yourself. Make sure you pace yourself and drink what you need to drink and eat light. Do not eat no pork out here. I mean, it's a lot of us colored people that like to still eat pork chops and ham hocks and all that good stuff. Don't do it. Eat light, people. Okay? So, with that said, um, I also want to say this: your kids, pay attention to your kids. It's getting hot. Your grocery bill is about to go up, hot as hell. Okay, so let's see what this chat have to say. And thank everyone for tuning in with Slim J. Just my opinion. I'm sorry, y'all. These braces is like doing this shit, but hey, y'all understand what the I'm saying. Okay, so let's see what the chat's saying. What we got, J G?
All right, so Soda Can Assassin said it's deadly. Stay hydrated. He also comes back and say heat
Yes,
exhaustion can creep up on you so quick.
it can. It really can.
And also,
It
shout
really
out to
can.
Lamont Johnson says, "Don't cut out my pork chops." That
Okay,
was a good one.
so this is the deal. If you're gonna eat pork chops in the heat,
We
I
got
hate
one more.
cooking,
It said,
but if you do pork chops,
as good as that pig
make
done
sure
been
you
to
soak
us."
it. Okay, see, and that's what I'm saying. If you decide to eat pork in the summertime, I'm old school. I was raised in the country, so make sure y'all soak it in vinegar, and that way it'll take that away from you, and you can still enjoy your pork chop and not sweat or get high blood pressure. Okay, not a doctor, just Slim J, my opinion. What we got? I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry. I love pork. Let me die. And
Oh,
also, before I turn it right back
no. Okay.
before I turn it back over real quick, y'all know we try to do this for every stream. So 1 second. Um, Stevenson Mobile Vehicle Appraisal Services. Make sure that you guys, if you need your car appraised in the Houston area, if you're moving in or you already got cars here and you need them to get reappraised, this is a certified used motor vehicle appraiser, Mr. John Stevenson. Give him a phone call at 346-256-6194. Again, it's 346-256-6194 for an appointment. And back to Slim J.
Just like I said last week, hell, I'm about to charge his ass for this application. This what? No,
Can't
I'm
take
just
that over
kidding.
to HR, but
No,
he's actually
really.
HR.
No, really. If you need your car appraiser, please just hit him up. He got you. He's a good person. I know him personally. He's very funny and he's very honest, to my opinion. And this is someday. Okay. So we're gonna get into some reactions that I thought was funny. Okay, so and then we're gonna get to the tea that y'all gonna really want to drink. Let's do it. Let's do this. I hope y'all enjoy it. I like these reactions. It gives you something to look at, to relax, and get it going. Let's see what we got going on. I haven't. I've seen so much. I don't know which one it's gonna be. So, however my reaction is gonna be on this, I saw it maybe, but it's gonna be good. Okay.
His name is John C. Every man for himself. KO is wrong with the pedigree.
We ain't doing it.
His name is John C.
What?
Unbelievable resurrection for the Undertaker. Straight up delivery.
Yep.
Finishing touches
Don't do the
on
cat.
this match.
Don't do the cats. Because you see, you know what? Those cats are very serious. Uh, Real talk. I had a best friend, and she had a Siamese cat. I really didn't know about them because she was like a what they call military baby, or whatever the case may be, and they moved down from like the little country town that I stayed in. And every time I would go in this girl house, because we was teens, her cat be sitting up there at the front door on this little statue thing. And when she walked through the door, she's good. When I walk through the door, this cat like attack me. And I was like, bitch, get your cat. You know, what's going on with this cat? He didn't much have no hair or anything. He was just like nasty looking. I hate that freaking cat. But I had to like deal with this cat because she was like my best friend. But hey, uh cats is very serious. Whether they with a 4 legs or two. Carry on.
Abuse. That's why your kids try to kill you when there's no juice. You let them bite and kick and
This that
scream.
summer
You
shit right
cry when they
here.
call you mean. You're supposed to raise your kids, but they raise you. You put your kids on a leash and wonder why. They turn 16 and want everyone else to die. It's because they thought that they were dogs. Then they learned
Mm.
this thing called law, and then 16 was way too old to pout and cry. Now my mama and my pa ain't play that shit. Got be with a belt, a broom, a spoon, sometimes a switch. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Why your kids be running wild, popping pills and snorting powder just for kicks?
Damn. What the hell?
This is This is for you parents that don't pay attention to your kids. And this is shit that could happen. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, pay attention to your kids. It's summertime and it's going to be some crucial shit going on. You at work, your kids are sitting out here on YouTube, Facebook, whatever the case they may be on, social media. We just gonna just leave everybody out. They're gonna be into some things. Now, those parents that have that parents level to say, look, you're not going to do this and you're not going to go over here and you're not going to deal with this person. When you have that main aggressive with these kids, so let these kids know that, like, this is what it is. That mind, you're good. But those kids that you have to sit up there and constantly tell them you cannot do this and they still go against the grain, those kids gotta pay attention. Next.
Come do that dance I like to see you do.
Here I come.
Asshole heifer.
On who? On we.
What?
Eat you up. Ooh, eat you up. Oh, hell, I eat you up, Jeffrey, baby.
God dang it. Mm-mm.
Jeffrey, baby, I like the way you dance, but I love that anacondas that's in your pants. Jeffrey, baby, I want you to put some of that P. Diddy baby oil so you can slide right down my throat. Ooh, talking about drop. Eat the boat, ho heifer. Jeffrey, baby, come.
See? Damn it, that damn P did it just every freaking where. This even on TikTok. Everybody's making comments about this. A never ending story. Hmm. But Sugar Mama like she trying to get some of that P Diddy with the baby anaconda. Okay, that was for the ladies. That wasn't for y'all guys. I mean, you know, that's if it is, then okay. Nowadays you can't tell who's right and who's not. Who's left and who's right, who's confused and who I don't know. Okay. So with that said, I only try to do three, you know, reactions because I talk and I try to get to the grind and everything. So we are going to I don't really know. I might highlight it. So we trying something new.
Well, we
So
kind
we're
of already
gonna
talked
go
about the summer safety, but if you want to go into hurricane prep, we can. It's up to you.
exactly. So look, on a serious tip, y'all. It's it's getting to the serious tip is the hurricane. Y'all make sure that y'all is ready for this. We always say, and I hate to much put color on this shit, but black people always like, oh yeah, we good, we ain't gotta worry about this. Y'all be the main motherfuckers out there that's trying to hustle for water and things that y'all need to be ready for a hurricane because y'all want to wait till the last minute. Now, the other folks, they out there, they getting it. They already done got their water. They already got their canned goods. They already done stored a bunch of things into place and prepared for this hurricane season. Now, I'm not saying all chocolate people, just saying some. But look, all together, let's make sure that we out there getting the things, the supplies that we need to get ready for the hurricane season. I mean, your water, your toilet paper, your paper towels. You don't have to go out there and see. And this is what I hate about certain things is that some people overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a house of two people, I can understand you going out there and getting supplies for maybe four people. You understand? But if you have a house of one person, I don't understand why you go out there and get supplies for 10 people. And let's be considerate of other people that needs. And a lot of people can't afford to go and buy all these supplies at a certain, at one time. So come on, let's show love. Let's show love and let somebody else be able to get the supplies that they need instead of going in there and getting all the toilet paper, getting all the damn water, all the canned goods, and then you get in there with your $20 just trying to survive for one day. Let's come on. If you know how to survive, you know how to survive. If you don't, fucking Google it. Because it's a bunch of y'all people here in Houston that do not know how to survive. from Houston. I was raised in the country, but this bullshit y'all be playing, it's irrelevant because you know what? At the end of the day, you don't end up using it. It end up going bad, expiring, or you lose it. So let's be considerate of other people that have a big family or cannot afford it. Like when you go to stores, do you sit up there and say, okay, you know what? I know it's hurricane season. I have an extra $5 or $10 or whatever. Do you sit up there and donate it to people? Or do you just sit up there, man, I'm not even much worried about them. Most of y'all don't much pay y'all down tithes. Half of y'all don't much go to church. And then you ask why I'm not getting blessed. Stop playing with yourself and show some love to your people. We sit up here and see people talk a bunch of shit, but we really don't know what they going through. You know, you can. I mean, I can tell you that I got a damn yacht, and you get out there to that damn lake, and I only have a sailboat. So sometimes just show a little love, or just show some kind of love, and if not, to each his own. But at the end of the day, make sure that y'all pay attention to the news and y'all is ready for the hurricane season. It's getting hot out here. Whew, it's gonna be crucial. I've been working at my job for approximately 11 years, and I've been working at heat. Now, personally, I was a house person. Some of y'all get it, some of y'all won't.
Oh
But I
Lord.
didn't work in the heat. I always work inside. I was working inside, so I didn't really know what the heat was. Now I done, like I said, did like 11 years out in the heat. Heat is something that you're not gonna get used to. Cold is something you're not gonna get used to. So the reason I'm saying is this: go ahead, get yourself prepared to deal with this. If you're a drinker, you're a smoker, you're whatever your habit is, and you want to go out there and play in that heat, them habits ain't gonna make it in that heat. No, 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 no. Not telling you for what I heard. I'm telling you from experience. Okay. So just get yourself together. Make sure that you be considerate to other people with the hurricane. Get your supplies. Uh, make sure that you have what you need to work in the heat. Don't come out to your job if you work in the heat. Talking about you don't have no water, no Gatorade, or nothing to. That's like a child that don't went to school and don't have their down supplies. So don't come out here and think I'm gonna say I may give you a bottle of water. You know, I make one. I am not your supply. We all came out here to work. We all got a paycheck that we get either every week or every 2 weeks. So if you don't get your supplies to work out here in this damn heat and something happens to you, I'm gonna try to give you aid, but don't be no stupid ass. Get your shit that you need to get to work and do your job and to new oh wait a minute, what's that? Nurture yourself. These braces killing me. Nurture yourself and make sure that you have what you need. If it's a thing that you have got excuse me, that you have going on that you cannot afford these things, they have pantries out here in Houston, Texas. I don't know if they have. I'm sure they do have them in your state or whatever you wherever you at. Here in Houston, they have a hotline. It's called 311, and they can help you to assist you with pantries to get help, to get water, to get things that you need for hurricane seasons, and also to help you through this heat. Because this heat in Texas is bipolar, it's crucial, and you're going to need every love that you can get. Don't be no jackass and think that you can overdo this heat because you can't. I tried it. It didn't work. If you feel that your body is going down, you feeling delusional, you feeling nauseous, and you drinking water, and you feeling like you're gonna bring this water up, you feel like you're gonna pass out, go somewhere that someone sees you and make sure you get in some air conditioning and try to calm down and not, get overhyped because it can cause anxiety and that can cause you into a stroke or a heart attack. So, like I said, if it's any activities that you do out there, as far as alcohol, drink, I mean, the drugs, whatever, coming and working in that heat is not for you. You need to limit yourself and respect yourself and really, really, really know your body. Okay? So, with that said, I hope that y'all get the knowledge. I hope y'all get the education that y'all need. Make sure that y'all go out there and get the help. If you cannot afford it, get that help from 311 Houston, Texas. I mean, they have numerous pantries here in Houston. If you cannot afford it, you can get the help. Get educated on your body and get educated on the help that you need. Know your body, know your status. All right? I hope you get it. Now,
You want me to give him the FEMA?
well.
You want me to give him the FEMA?
Let's go to this reaction. I mean, let's go to I was going to ask you, let's go to the locations and that you had for me.
Okay, do you want to go on to the update or do you want me to give them the FEMA number?
No, I want you to do the FEMA number and the helpline.
Okay.
And I thought that's it.
Oh, my bad. Okay. For local help in Houston, call 311. As Slim already said. We're going to give him a little break because, the stuff that's going on. FEMA helpline 800-621-3362, available from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. So if you need any help with that, anything beyond that, also make sure that you get yourself a generator. All right, make sure you get a generator. And depending on your family's needs, consider including medical care items such as baby supplies, pet supplies, extra car and house keys, additional supplies like towels, plastic seating, duct tape, scissors, and work gloves can also be helpful. Also, if you have a generator, make sure you have extra fuel for that and for your cars. Make sure you have extra cash. ATMs might not be operable. We saw that. That happened last year. Family and emergency contact information needs to be readily available. You need to have your cell phone with a charger. So just leave one in your car. You also need copies of personal documentation, medication lists, proof of address, deeds, lease to your home, passport, birth certificates, and insurance policies, because you don't know if you're going to be coming back. And then as far as what you need to take with you, water, 1 gallon per person per day, a 3-day supply for evacuation, and a 2-week supply for home. And then the last one is, we got a few more, but you tell me when you want me to stop. We got non-perishable food, easy to prepare items, 3-day supply for evacuation, 2-day supply for home. So you need non-perishable food, something that's easy to prepare. And you need a flashlight, obviously. And this one is a good one. Battery operated or hand crank radio, preferably a NOAA weather radio. Okay. Lamont Johnson also says solar power generator is a good investment, and I agree.
Right. I agree.
And I think
because
is
okay. Yeah, I agree with that. It's like, look, guys, it's look, I'm gonna put it like this. I was raised up by the Bible and trials, tribulation, revelations, the last book in the Bible. It's where seasons you can't much say if it's winter, summer, fall. You just can't do it. You don't know what's gonna go down. You don't know what's gonna happen. And then also you have these crazy ass people out here that's doing some crazy things. So just stay prepared for anything. Just make sure you keep your eyes open. And if it's something that you believe in, stay prayed up. Stay prayed up and put in God's hand, but also be aware of your surroundings. All right. So with that said, I'm gonna get to something that most of y'all don't want to hear no more. It's called P Diddy. So guys, this is what I got. So I had someone whew, just he anyway, I ain't gonna tell you about my personal life. But anyway, I had someone that, shot me a little thing and I actually listened to it while I was at work. Now today was like crazy to us because it was hot as hell out there. Man, I think I seen the damn devil walk across the fucking the parking lot. I mean, that's how hot it was. And it wasn't even 10 o'clock. I am gonna tell you, it was freaking it was freaking 8:43 a.m. and I was already sweating bullets. I was like, what the heck going on? These people that supposed to came before me did not do their job. So now I'm gonna have to do their job and then my job. And then I have these people that's, taking these units to destination. I was in my feelings. It was too hot for this shit. I'm talking about like literally it was hot. So look, allegedly you got this guy called the Punisher. Ooh, and he was a stripper. Hey, Punisher, stripper. Okay, anyways, don't worry about it. So he was the Punisher, and allegedly he was on was a stripper. He was working for this, I guess, a company, like a little strip club or whatever the case may be. And so allegedly, then Cassie, which is PD's girlfriend, she, went on the website and she chose this certain person, which was called a Punisher. I mean, I probably would have chosen to call a Punisher. Hmm. But anywho, um, so she, chose him, and uh, she says that her and her husband wanted some activities or performance with the Punisher and her allegedly. So this guy, go through there. He was like, okay, I'm doing a performance with, this lady, and the husband, want to be involved or maybe be involved. Well, see, with this, it kind of messed me up because I don't, me personally, just Slim J, in my opinion, I couldn't see myself watching my mates having sex with somebody else or interact with any sexual reaction. Like, I am very personal and I am very selfish. So for me to bring a third party to the bedroom or into my space, I thought that was crazy. Well, anywho, allegedly, she, went on the website and she got this guy that was called a Punisher, and she asked this guy to come and perform and act with her while her husband look at it. Okay, well, uh. So anywho, allegedly, the Cassie and the guy get together, and the husband later walk into the room and sit in a corner with the candles on, and you know, he's watching. And see, me, like I said, I'm very private. So I couldn't imagine a third party. I don't give a damn if it's a female or a dude. Watching me interact with someone else is like absurd to me. That's like, no. If I want to be a freaking porn star, then that's what I would have did. But to come and no, that's you know, to each his own. Everybody have zones in their sexual life where they have these things that they want to experience. Some people want to have threesomes. Some people want to have sex on the beach, in the pool, on the railroad track. Oh wait a minute, that's personal. Don't worry about that. Just different kind of stuff. But you have a whole person in here that's paying you to have sex with my partner, and I'm gonna watch. Bitch, better not. Man, it's gonna be some trials and tribulations going through this mother. Okay, so anywho, he got paid for it, and it just got crazy because he started breaking down what allegedly what P Diddy was all about. Allegedly what Cassie was about. And me personally, I think that they brought him into this situation is to try to like get her to say that it was like consent. Like okay, she liked it and she enjoyed it. But look, this man was saying, yeah, I didn't even know who she was. I didn't know who her husband was. I got invited to this motel and I Googled it and it was like 30K a night. What kind of motel is this that you gonna spend 30K a night to sleep on? Bitch, I'll go to Motel 6 to, to sleep. I'm gonna spend 30K. I could been on pay my damn house out for that. But anywho, here there. The lifestyle that they was living. And by him being a stripper or what is that other word I'm looking for? A cowboy? No, it's not. Oh, what is that other word?
Escort.
Escort. There you go. Escort. He was like, yeah, I go there and I get paid this amount of money and out, for a couple of days, and then I'll go home and then I'll come back. And then one time I showed up early or something happened and he ended up in a room by himself. And he turned the TV on. Welcome to who? PD shit. So now he's finding out that this is Cassie and this is P. Diddy that is not married. He was looking for a couple that was married. Now the money that he said he got, Slim J is just my opinion. Hell no. You ain't finna give me no funk ass 1,500, no $2,000 for me to interact in this bullshit. Bitch, you gonna come off some paper. If this sucker is 30,000 to stay up in this mother for one night, and you gonna give me $1,500 for my luxury and my sexy body, hell no. You better come off some paper. But hey, It could have been a little desperate. Maybe it was money hungry. I don't know, but that's just my opinion, because I feel like if you're gonna interact and shit like this, then it gotta be worth my time. It gotta be worth my body. It gotta be worth my mind. He didn't know what was going on as far as it was Cassie, as far as P. Diddy. He was just thinking, I'm here to do a job and I want to be professional with it. And at the first night, he was professional with it, allegedly. And then the second time, it got a little more aggressive, a little more sexual. But I mean, come on, people, think. Can you actually have sex with somebody that's sitting in the corner looking at you and your partner? Or just, it don't have to be your partner, just somebody you want to get down with. Can you imagine them looking at you? I couldn't. I'd be like, hell, what we do? Hell no. So this what made me think when, and this is just my opinion, when you have somebody doing some crazy shit like that, you have to be on something. You have to be out your mind, your zone, to even interact into some shit like that. But sometimes you don't because you have people out there that's about that lifestyle. They like, okay, you know what? I want to see my mates, my spouse, do something with someone else, and see how they react with another partner, and I know about it. Okay. If you gotta go to that level to wonder how I'm gonna cheat on you in front of your face, bitch, you crazy. I just, that's just my opinion. I mean, what? Wow, why we gotta go through that? But anyway, so this guy, he was a male escort, and he interact with this, because when they came allegedly when they came back to the New York, then they called him up. Cassie called him up because this guy said that he never talked to the guy, which he didn't know that at the time was P. Diddy. He never talked to him. He always interact and talk to Cassie, and she would tell him what he didn't know at the time was P. Diddy wanted them to do, and how he wanted them to do it. Now, see, I have some guys that's, my home boys that's, sweet and low, and I got some guys that strong and powerful. Now, I talked to a couple on the day because I just had to figure out how would they do it. And you know what they told me? Those my sweet and low say, "Bitch, you think I want somebody else to be sitting up there looking at me doing what I gotta do?" Then I talked to my strong guys, and they said, "How in the hell you think I'm gonna get my D good to freak with somebody else? Hell, I may think you gonna sit up here and try to look at it all up in my ass and try to do me." I was like, "Oh yeah, make a point. I got it." So with that said, I understand how this guy was saying. He was trying to make money, trying to make a living, and he was trying to just interact with what was going on. He didn't know who they was. Once he found out who they was, then he just kept it going because he needed money to, survive. I mean, it's hard out here, especially that y'all president in here, but he went in there at this time. But anywho, um, they gave this guy money, and I don't think he enjoyed it after he found out who the guy was, which was P. Diddy. He looked at TV and found out that, oh, welcome to PD's established. Hmm, damn, this Cassie? I'm fucking hoe. And he the one sitting in that corner in the dark with the mask on. Okay. And then after you find out, and he said allegedly, he think that he acknowledged that, oh, this cat knew I am. You got the what? Baby oh in the corner. Boy in this corner bouncing at me. At first guy, I don't I'm like what the dude said. I the drugs, the drugs, the enhancements of all that shit to make you. I think my shit would have still been like, P Diddy got power. This cat done allegedly did a bunch of shit, and I'm in here pounding his gal. I'm in here like you know eating the jury box on, and you in this corner do. This man, this is gonna be a case that's gonna keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. Because there's too many people coming out and it's too much. For me it's too much. I don't much matter of fact I can't much say that like P Diddy. Even back in the days I didn't. I mean I like Big and Small. I kinda covered P Diddy when he was on other people's shit, but this him straight no. Cause he already looked like he was up to something. Smart motherfucker, but up to something. And for him to do all this extra shit that he did, y'all gotta watch this shit because I have so many quotes on how you will feel if somebody was in a room with you while you doing something to somebody else. Having sex, period. But then at the same token, like how would you feel that you're in a room and you fucking with somebody else, gal or somebody else, man, and they actually have their partner in there looking at you. Like, how could you even get into that? Even as, like, how did Cassie get into that shit? She had to be on something. How did it just look at this shit because it's toxic. You have to be on something. And if you're not, you just a total freak. And of course, you should make a movie. You gotta look at it.
It's Roe.
I was Roe.
Word, man.
2019.
You never came down to Lenox? You never came to the park or nothing?
Bro, every now and then, man, like I told you, I like super young. Like I balled with Big L, Ali Mo, I balled with Ali Mo.
Wow.
I told you McGruff was my dude. So McGruff used to actually hang on my block.
Okay.
He used to come up the street and hang with us. So
right.
I mixed it up a little bit, but I hooped mostly on St. Nick, so I didn't come down there a lot to play.
That's what's up. You ever play ball in high school or anything like that?
Bro, the crazy thing is, I found out today I played 91, 92 for Martin Luther King, which we played Manhattan Center. Now,
Okay.
we talking 33 years ago, but we think we have in common Coach Dave. He coached me my senior year, and he hit some of my people
133.
saying, yo, Ray played against Cam in high school. Like, I don't remember. I remember Rich Parker from.
Say that again.
Oh, I'm saying 133 is what I'm saying because we understand that, yeah, he played basketball and, he did a lot of things. Matter of fact, while I have you on pause, this guy actually had some things that was going on. Okay, let me get back on camera. So, so y'all know what's going on. So this guy, he actually got into the strip game because the girl or young lady that he was dating, she was a stripper, and he got pissed off. So he was like, "Okay, this is what you're gonna do to me." So he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it to you." And he ended up getting into it, and he decided he wanted to make more money than her. So once he got into the strip life and everything, then he started making money and seeing that, okay, it's actually some money here, is I can actually live off of this lifestyle. Once he did this, then of course they broke up. I mean, you like, if y'all not together on that lifestyle, it's gonna be, I'm jealous of you and you jealous of me, or it's just not gonna be a good thing, because of course there's a lot of curiosity, and there's a lot of temptation that's out there that's gonna come to you when you in these lifestyle position, the strip game industry. That's just my opinion, and of course I don't have some friends that been there. Well, with this said, he also had a situation in high school where he got into some trouble, and he got stabbed, or either I think he got stabbed, but allegedly, okay. And so I think different things was changing, and maybe he was one of those kind of kids that didn't have a lot going for himself. But hey, after that, he went to sports. He was trying to really make something out of himself. But I think the quick game, the stripping and uh being a punisher, I mean, we got something going on. May know how to work some things, some like pipe or something. But anywho, he uh he made a career out of this. And of course, allegedly, this Slim J opinion, B Diddy thought it was nice too. So let's go back to what you were saying.
From that team. I don't remember like a lot, but I was like, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
If it's really that close and dudes don't even like Harlem is a family, bro. It's a small network, man.
Yeah, Coach
Everybody.
Dave. I went to Man Center, but Coach Dave actually coached me in the summertime. That was my coach. 91, 92. That's the year we actually went to the championship. So it's hard not to know what I was doing out there. That's crazy. You must not have been playing like that, because I killed King that year, man. Elvis, Rico.
I was
Listen.
like I said, it's the memory. You was hooping, you was killing. It's cool. Like,
so you play with Rico and them?
Of course,
Yeah.
Rico Gerard.
413.
That's my
433.
guys, man. Shout out to, I haven't seen them in years.
I'm sorry, 407. Look, right there. Ah, right there. Sorry, y'all. We trying to like work something out and just get this little punchline so we can make sure that y'all get exactly what y'all need to hear and exactly what we want you to hear. because if you really want to hear the full story, you can always tune in to. Well, my thing is down. Um, who is this? I can't see it. Go to YouTube. We'll drop the link down so you can hear the full link and the full, story. But we just want you to hear what is really going down with P Diddy and what's going on, because it is some crazy things going on with him, and we just want y'all to hear what's going on. So I'm giving you my version of it, and I'm giving you just Slim J opinion of it, because it's just like I said, this is gonna be a case that's gonna continue on, and we understand he a freak. We got R. Kelly is a freak. We got freaking P Diddy is a freaking shit. They broke into two of his house. Well, not broke into, but they bust two of his houses,
That's right.
and got a lot of things out of that as far as the baby oil videos. So it's gonna be on investigation on what's going on. So I just want y'all to be aware of what's going on, because shit is dropping every freaking day. This shit is gonna carry on. Thank God they're not here in Texas, so we don't have to pay taxes on this bullshit. But let's carry on with this conversation.
1 second, Slim. Having a little bit of some technical difficulty. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I can hear you just well.
Okay.
But since he's having technical difficulties, so if, like I said, if y'all want to go with that, just like tune in, because I mean, this P Diddy shit is all over the place. It's on just TMZ. It's on, like, even on the local news. Like, we're here in Houston. It's on the local news. Why are we talking about P Diddy? We need to be talking about shit that happened here in Houston, but we is talking about P Diddy and all that extra shit. Like, are they gonna send their taxes that we pay in Texas about his ass down here? Can we get some of that money? Because you done got airtime on our news that we could have been talking about what happened on Houston Metro. We could have been talking about these accidents that's happened on 45. And oh my goodness, y'all be careful out there. Stop being in a rush to get somewhere. It is your fault that you did not leave your destination to get to your point, your destination, where you was going. You can't get mad at the other person because they moving slow or because the traffic is hectic. 45. If you're from Houston, Texas, 45 is serious. 45, 288, 290, 60. We, man, the traffic is ridiculous. If you have to be at a certain place at a certain time, make sure you leave early. Don't sit up here and think you're gonna leave in 15 minutes because you Google that mother ducker and it's traffic. Watch out. Stay positive. Don't get negative, and stop doing the road rage shit. It's your fault that you left late, not ours. Carry on.
All right. What was the time stamp you wanted me to go to?
That will be 4 it was 407
Oh,
because you had to go back now. There you go. You can start right there. Nope.
all
Right there.
right.
Nope.
How did that career become how did that become a choice for a
What?
career
We
path for him?
echoing.
Okay. Hold on.
We
All right.
dubbing.
Hold on. It's echoing. Hold on. Let me change the way we're
So,
doing it. 1 second.
so with that said, like I said, if y'all on these freeways here in Houston, just leave early. You
All
know,
right. Here we go.
if you can't leave early, don't get upset when you move. Say, ooh, got a train come by, so I hope like hell that Jerry get this shit together. But we gonna be all right because we gonna keep this moving. Oh,
I
oh,
don't think it likes
oh.
being played this way. It's crazy.
Ah, this is kind of sexual shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
They don't like you to
It
play with
don't.
it.
It don't.
Did
It
P
don't like
Diddy
it.
put his shit on here
Yeah, I
too?
don't know what's going on. Hold on.
Like I
Listen,
said, it's
Did he put
you know, you was
I didn't do
did
nothing.
he put his now I'll tell you
Mm,
P Diddy did he put some of that baby oil in here?
maybe.
Cause I don't remember having no baby oil on my show.
Mm. I mean, you did bring them here. So, you know that. All right, I'm gonna pull it up at
Hmm.
Chrome, and it shouldn't. We shouldn't have no issues. So you just pull
Yeah.
that up real quick.
So
Thank y'all for rocking with us. Sometime it works, and sometime it don't. We build it as we fly it.
yes. Hey. This is called Internet Live Social Media. And I hope you all tune in and push that like button,
Thanks. All right, let's give it.
that subscribe button.
Give it.
Slim J got her own channel now.
Yes,
Make sure y'all love me. Show me some love, y'all. I need the love and support. And I thank every one of you all that supported me and been rocking with me from day one. I really appreciate that. Y'all have showed me love and support. And thank y'all for y'all feedback and the response. Y'all been doing a good job. I really thank y'all. Without y'all, it couldn't be Slim J, just my opinion.
and
Thanks for
if
the
you go to
love.
YouTube, this is what you will look for. You can literally type in "just my opinion" with Slim SLYMJ, and it will show up. It's the only one that's
Hello.
called that, so it should not be hard to find it. And the theme is purple, so it's kind of hard to miss it. So let's see if this.
Thank you.
really, man, offered some young man sucker shit, man. I broke up with my girlfriend, and the reason why we broke up was she started working in the strip club, right? So she working in the strip club, came home like, yo, I'm meeting a bunch of dudes, like I'm expendable, and that young 21-year-old mind was on some, yo, I show her I'm gonna get on the stripper shit too,
right.
and I really went hard to try to get in the business. And actually, when I got in it, and you see all of the women, and you can make some paper if you do it the right way,
Right.
it was like best breakup ever, man. So 30 years long that hustle.
That's what's up. So, how did the first time Puff and Cassie get in contact with you?
Yo, they called up like they was just hiring a regular party. Cassie hit me directly, said her name was Janet, and said it was her birthday. So her husband said she could hire a dancer. So I just booked it like a regular party. At the time, it was like $200. I gave her a quote. She said she was going to be there with some friends. They gave me an address and the time to show up. And I'm thinking I'm showing up to do a party, just a regular little strip tease for a birthday girl.
But like, that's a great answer. How do they find you? Like, is it ads, internet? Like, how do they even track somebody like you down?
Oh yeah, yo, all my marketing and stuff for my business is like SEO, so Google searches. So if you go online in the New York City area and you put in male strippers for hire or whatever, my website's gonna come up. So they just clicked on the website and called the number, and I just happened to pick up the phone. It wasn't. I don't think they were looking for me specifically.
Right.
I just picked up the phone.
Got you. Where did these? Well, let's say the first time. Where did these events usually happen at? Puff's house, Cassie's house, hotel. Like, where did these events happen at?
I was all super high end hotels.
Gotcha.
So I remember it was the Trump Tower, Essex House, the London Hotel, the Gramercy Hotel. There was another hotel, Central Park West. I don't know. I don't remember the name, but they were all along the lines of super high end, super suites. One of the suites, man, in the London Hotel, it was so crazy when I got out of it. I Googled it, and the joint was like $30K a night, yo.
Wow.
I never seen nothing like this in my life, man. The hotel room looked like, that scene in the Titanic when they walk in that ballroom and the stairway well comes down.
Right.
Like,
Even see y'all sitting up here. Y'all do this with this Trump. Trump been making money and been doing this. I don't know if y'all noticed back in the days. Trump had a reality show, and I for some reason I cannot remember it, but it was this black chick.
The Apprentice.
Okay, see, and he put out there where she can meet these successful guys that was rich and everything, and date them that had money. So Trump been out here doing this, but yet y'all still put him in that chair, and y'all think he's about politics. I feel he's more about business, but this is Slim J, my opinion. But carry on. Trump
The
Tower.
hotel room was
Hmm.
crazy.
How often did they call you or book you?
Like I said in my I couldn't I can't remember the exact amount of time, so I estimated between 8 and 12 times,
Right.
but it would be like every few months, but it would be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like I would come Friday night, then they come back Saturday night, then come back Sunday, and then I might not be called for 3, 4 months, and then they'll just pop up. So at the time, I thought they lived out of town. They would. She would call me from a Cali number, so I assumed they were out of state. And she basically said, "Yo, can I hit you when we're in town?"
Right.
But it would be multiple nights in a row, but months in between.
Right. And if some of these questions that I asked you may seem repeated because you've been asked these same questions, I just want, we have a different audience from with the interviews you've done, and some people may not know the trial or what's happening. So some of these questions, I don't want to seem like it's redundant if you answer them 100 times this week. So I was reading that in the beginning, you didn't even know what was going on, or that it was even Puff was participating. Could you explain your first time going to one of these events?
Yeah, so I I really believed they were a married couple. Like when I got there, I didn't recognize Cassie.
Right.
Like I saw her face, she looked familiar, but honestly, when I saw her, I thought she was Megan Good.
Right.
Like if I was gonna pin, I was like, yo, I think this is Megan Good. But then when I looked on the Google, Megan Good was much thicker. So I couldn't really figure it out. So, and then when she said her husband, when Puff walks out, to finally, do his voyeur thing and see what's going on.
So hold on real quick. It didn't start with Puff in the room.
Nah, it never started with him in the room.
Okay.
It would only be me and her. And she said at some point, her husband's going to walk in and I'm not supposed to acknowledge him, look at him, act like he's not even in the room.
Right.
So we'll be like on the couch, let's say on one end of the room, and then like on the far end of the room, it'll be like a table with a chair. And eventually he'll come in the room and like sit in the area across the room, like watching, and we're supposed to act like he's not there.
How often, pardon me, not how often, how long did it take until you realized that it was Diddy?
Bro, like I want to say like over a year.
Get the fuck out of here. A whole
Over a
year? Why?
Over a year.
So let me, how long, okay, let's, I want to stick to that for a second, but how long did you know till it was Cassie?
So the minute I found out it was Diddy, that's when I knew it was Cassie.
So it took a year for you to find out for Cassie as well?
Yeah, yo,
Okay.
I didn't recognize it. Like when I jumped out of it, I did try to do the Google searches. Like I wanted to try to figure out who it was,
Right.
but I'm Googling a married couple.
Right.
So every result I'm getting is not leading me to the right places because they're not married.
Got you.
So then, and I never found out with a visual cue. It was a hotel, the ex's house, and I would get there, let's say 2 a.m, and sometimes nothing would pop off for hours. So in this case, they threw me in like an extra room in the suite.
Mm-hmm.
And just to kill time, I happened to cut on the TV, but and the TV had a welcome message. So the TV said, yo, ex's house would like to welcome Mr. Sean Combs. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I had no idea, man.
So that's how you found out that it was Cassie and Diddy by just cutting on the TV and seeing the introduction on the television. Wow.
On the TV.
Wow.
Could you imagine?
Also,
could you imagine being an escort, whether you're a female or male, and not knowing that the person that you sleeping with is a celebrity, have a lot of money. Um, like, how would you feel about that? Would you continue on? Because, once you go to certain levels of this relationship, sexual ship, how can you, do you carry on with it? Or do you sit back and say, oh, yeah, I can be, popular too? But if you don't think about it, you thinking, oh, I get some money. I can get popular into my escort business. Or you can get bashed. So what do you think about that? Like, do you carry on with it or do you leave it alone? Because in the long run, this guy had to go to court and state what actually went down in the bedroom with him, Cassie, and P. Diddy. But as we all know, P. Diddy have a lot of authority over lawyers, allegedly, lawyers, judges, a lot, he got that pull, he got that money. So would you stay into this sexual reaction activities, or will you pull out, did you pull out body wise, mentally wise, not sexual wise? Would you just let it go? Or would you just stay in and just see if you can get some money? And just to get the I mean the things that you want, because you feel like if I sit up here and stay there, I can get all this attention. I can, be like a celebrity too. Is that I slept with P Diddy's gal? How do you feel that? I mean, give me some comeback. Y'all still out there? Y'all still paying attention, or y'all sleep? Give me some comeback on how y'all would deal with sleeping with someone that's a celebrity that you didn't know about, but then you find out about it. What would you do? I mean, me personally, if I had that, if I was in that line of duty as being an escort, and I found out that this was a high celebrity, and I'll feel a certain type of way. First of all, I feel a certain type of way because I wouldn't be with somebody that we have somebody looking at us doing what we do. Second of all, I would leave that shit alone because at the end of the day, I know it's gonna turn into something negative because celebrity loves attention, and attention calls the paparazzi that's gonna come and take it and just blow it up into something that really it wasn't all that, but they're gonna make it real big. So when they make it real big, then your name gonna get put out there. And do you want to be out there like that? So what would you do? What would you do? Chat line. Talk to me. You quiet. You sleep. What you doing? It's it's still kind of early. Let me know what you'll do. But until then, we're gonna go ahead and let y'all
Well, before we
continue.
get into that, I guess I would say, as you asking for context, I don't think
Okay.
I would care. I don't think I would care at all. It's I'm here. I'm here doing the service that is illegal anyway. So I mean, it don't really matter to me who I'm doing it with. I'm getting paid 15,000 a pop. So I mean, if I'm already in there, if this is my profession and this is what I do for a living, then I'm not gonna sit here and judge you. I'm not. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not in the position to judge. Like I'm the I'm the one that's engaging in the action.
Yeah, that's true. But $1,500 to $2,000, not
I mean,
15,000.
I can't. Okay, but I came there with an anticipation to get $200.
Yes, because that was your original um thing is a charge, like $200 for this party, which I mean,
But I
I
mean, the
don't
door opens. There's a beautiful woman there because the court report said that she was in lingerie when she met him at the door, and she looked good, and then
allegedly.
she want to do something. No, that's not alleged. That's actually court documents.
Oh, okay, go ahead on. Carry on.
He testified to showing up with the lingerie and inviting him in and letting him know that we gonna do a little something and whatever you're comfortable with, that's what we'll do.
Right.
So I mean, Cassie not ugly. She's not
No,
ugly now, so she definitely wasn't.
she's a pretty young lady.
So I
Stupid,
mean, the only
pretty,
well,
confused. I'm not gonna say stupid. I'll take that back. I'm just gonna say she got confused and got caught up in love. That's what I'm gonna say.
yes, he was in love. I can admit, yeah, that because that encompasses all that stupid whole 9 yards. Yeah, love.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I mean, she's a good looking girl, so I'm getting paid almost $2,000 to sleep with a woman that I would have slept with for free. And then if Diddy came in later, like the way he just said it, then it's like next thing I know, you just showing up in the corner, and I'm not even supposed to pay you no attention.
Yeah, but I mean, like, with that said, like somebody come somebody come up in a room while you in the acting into sexual activities. That's gonna and it's your significant other. You don't know what this person going to do. You don't know how to. I mean, you're not aware of what this person is going to do. You just this person that you sleeping with saying, you know what, this person like this. They want to see me, interact with somebody else, but at the same time, emotionally, you don't know how this person gonna react. And then not only that, if I feel it's a person coming in there, like if a female coming in and I'm, interacting with a guy, then I'm gonna think like this bitch ain't sitting up here looking at this dude. She's more into me and I'm not on that level. Then I don't know if she gonna be trying to come over here and, do some extra activities with me, So it's like a bittersweet kind of situation for me. Even if I thought it was cool because I thought the person was attracted, they was sexy and everything, but it would still have me in that mind state is that I couldn't go to that level with another person being in the room with me.
If
So
I'm a pay for hire gun, then it's a little different. You
yeah,
know, like we're speaking from morality of how we feel about situations and how we
right,
regard that
right.
activity. But if you literally are a pistol for hire, you're a sharpshooter, and you just stepping in to shoot, then I mean,
Hey, I'm going for the shot. I'm going
so
for the shot. That's what I
I'm
got
not
hired
saying it's
for.
right, but I'm saying it is what it was. 'Cause I heard what you
Hey,
said when you saw him on the TV. I heard
yeah,
what you said. So I mean,
I'm
obviously
going.
he in the right position, I guess, I mean, I
I'm
don't I
going for
don't
the
know how to
shot.
gauge it, but if I saw how you was talking, so you must like what you see. So that means he must have liked what he saw too. So
Yeah, I mean it was a agreement situation because not they didn't only get this person one time. Like when they went back to that city, they chose this person numerous of times. Instead of just going to this website and saying, "Look, we're gonna try somebody else, or we're gonna go with another escort." They specifically asked for this person, so I guess everything was satisfied with both parties, as I'm gonna say. But I
Well,
guess you're right.
so
Mm.
I guess we are an hour 20 minutes in right now. So
Oh, that
we're gonna go
fast.
ahead. Yeah, it went by fast. It was so it's not terrible at all. So I mean that's what happens. But we're gonna go ahead and get to the final opinion right now
Let's do
and
it.
let you give whatever you want to give on the last few, and then we will sign off. So it's on you.
Set it now. Okay, so with my last thought of this, just them, just in my opinion, everybody have their own way of dealing with things, their own sexual preference. Um, that's just the way it is. We all have our own thing going on. Yeah, some of us is low key, some of us is high key. So however you do it, whatever you do, my Slim J, just my opinion. Don't do something that's gonna turn back around and bite you in your ass, and you're gonna pay for it later. I mean, if you're about that life but you don't give a fuck about it, then let it go, let it flow, and do what you do. But if you're about that life and don't want nobody to see what you're about, then just don't put nothing extra in that room with you, because karma is a motherfucker and it always turn around biting your ass. I really thank you all for tuning in with Slim J, just my opinion. I hope you enjoy and like this section of Slim J, just my opinion. And make sure you hit that like button. Hit me on all the social media. And tune in next week on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Thank you. Much love. Peace out.
Now, if you watched the whole show and you still here and you did not watch it on Slim's channel, here's your chance. Put it right here, right over the top of the graphics. Go on over there, shake some hands, get locked in. Don't forget to hit your notifications. That way you know when she's going to be going live. We're dropping content over there. You can only get over there. That's where her show's going to go. That's where her clips are going to go. So hop on over there and support the channel.